Hi there, it's a Friday and welcome to Hoohaa Sports Today. I'm Patrick and on today's show we'll have news from Formula 1 as Bahrain becomes increasingly doubtful of hosting the first race of the season and the 10th ICC Cricket World Cup gets underway. But first up, football. As the Champions League kicked off its knockout phase this week, the second-tier Europa League began its round of 32 fixtures. Here's a look at the results from the first leg ties. Liverpool failed to sparkle as they only came away with a scoreless draw with Sparta Prague. Ajax took a healthy 3-0 advantage over Belgian neighbours Anderlecht. Elsewhere, Spartak Moscow came from 2 goals down in the first half and claimed a 3-2 win away at Basel. Also claiming a win from a goal down was Benfica, hitting back with 2 goals in 11 minutes in the second half. Bayer Leverkusen and Spartak Moscow came away with impressive wins. In the other 8 fixtures, Sevilla had a disappointing night out when they lost to Porto. Napoli and Villarreal shared the spoils, and so did Rangers with Sporting in a very cagey affair at the Ibrox, which ended in a 1-1 draw. CSKA Moscow and FC Twente picked up precious away wins, while Zenit St. Petersburg and Braga will have all to do when they host their opponents in the return leg next week. Meanwhile, AC Milan's captain Gennaro Gattuso is looking at a possible 10-match ban after he was charged with unsporting conduct following his clash with Spurs coach Joe Jordan in the Champions League clash at the San Siro on Tuesday night. In addition to shoving him early in the chest during the highly charged game, which Milan lost, there have been reports that suggested that the flare-up continued in the tunnel after the game. Gattuso will face UEFA's disciplinary committee on Monday and can expect to be hit with a hefty ban. Still on football, as we look ahead to some weekend action, there are no games scheduled this weekend in the Malaysian Super League or the English Premier League. However, the English F.A. Cup gets into the 5th round of fixtures. First up, a couple of 4th round replays. On Saturday, Chelsea take on Everton after their first encounter ended in a 1-1 draw. Then on Sunday, Manchester City will want to make amends after they only managed a 1-1 draw at Notts County 3 weeks ago. To the 5th round proper, and on Saturday, Birmingham entertain Sheffield Wednesday. Brighton visit Stoke, while non-league side Crawley Town, who are lying second in the conference table standings, give their fans a big match day out in the David versus Goliath encounter when they visit Manchester United. On Sunday, it's an odd Premier League matchup between Fulham and Bolton, while it's London's 2 clubs as Arsenal play away at Leyton Orient. No, they are not a Chinese team, but Leyton are in the 3rd tier of English football. Okay, time for an update on Formula 1's season opener in Bahrain, which is under threat of cancellation due to the civil unrest in the kingdom. In the latest reports, 3 people were killed in overnight clashes, and this has raised concerns with most of the Formula 1 teams. And they are expected to have discussions with each other at this weekend's testing in Barcelona. F1 boss Bernie Ecclestone will monitor the situation and make an announcement sometime next week. Meantime, the 3rd pre-season F1 test begins today at the Circuit de Catalunya. World champion Sebastian Vettel, along with former champs Fernando Alonso, Michael Schumacher and Jenson Button will be those in action today. And finally, the 10th ICC Cricket World Cup was officially opened yesterday in a US $10 million spectacular in Bangladesh. The 6-week 49-match tournament will be hosted by 3 countries in the Indian subcontinent, with India and Sri Lanka also hosting the matches. Originally, Pakistan was among the gang of 4 but was forced to withdraw over security concerns. 14 teams are divided into 2 groups. In Group A, you have Australia, Pakistan, New Zealand, Sri Lanka, Zimbabwe, Canada and Kenya. While in Group B, it comprises of India, South Africa, England, the West Indies, Bangladesh, Ireland and the Netherlands. And in tomorrow's first match, it will be the much anticipated opener between co-hosts India who take on Bangladesh. And that wraps it up for this week. I'll have more for you on Monday. Until then, have a great sporting weekend. Bye for now.